Alright guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my conditioning workouts. Now a lot of you know I hate doing cardio. You are rarely going to find me on elliptical or treadmill for an hour, 45 minutes. I just can't do it unless I have an excellent Netflix show. But that is besides the point. So at least once a week I try to include a conditioning workout. So this conditioning workout has quite a few plyometrics moves in it. It takes 36 to 40 minutes, maybe a little longer depending on how you do this. And I didn't require much equipment, mostly because I'm traveling right now and the Airbnb I'm in actually has a gym, but it doesn't have as much equipment as I'm used to. So I actually worked out in part of a parking garage this morning. It's not in the video. I filmed in the really tiny gym. But yeah, I was just like covered in dirt from like the tires of the cars, but all good. You gotta do what you gotta do. So the workout that I'm gonna be sharing with you today is my own, but I have taken a timing idea from a conditioning workout that I did find on bodybuilding.com. So the timing can be a little bit confusing, but all I did was take my cell phone and start a running timer. Just, you know, starting goes 1 second, 2 seconds, a minute, whatever. And I use that and I just did my best to, you know, okay, it's 45 seconds, I need to work out for 15 seconds and just keep an eye on it, okay? It's not a perfect system. A Tabata timer unfortunately will not work with this specific workout the way I've done it. You can certainly take the exact same exercises though and use it as a Tabata workout. But the way I've done this is there are going to be 3 circuits. And each circuit you are going to do a total of 3 times. So within the circuit, there is 4 exercises. Now the timing applies to how you do the 4 exercises. So the very first exercise of every circuit you're going to be doing for 30 seconds. After the 30 seconds, you get 10 seconds of rest. When you've done that one, you move on to your second exercise. And you're going to do your second exercise for 60 seconds. After you've worked for 60 seconds, you have 20 seconds rest. This leaves you with, I don't think my fingers bend that way, with your final 2 exercises. Now, unlike your first 2 exercises, this isn't just a matter of doing it as many times as you can in the given number of time, but you're doing these for reps. So 10 reps of this exercise and 10 reps of this exercise in 90 seconds. So if you happen to finish both exercises before your 90 seconds is up, I normally just go back and start again with the first exercise. Personally though, this was a really challenging workout for me, and I was wearing my Polar watch. It said I burned 700 calories in an hour because I did a little bit of warm up and everything first. I do take that with a grain of salt. I say maybe I burn between 500 and 700, something like that. But it was really challenging. So my last 2 exercises of my final circuit were really challenging for me, and I wasn't actually able to complete them in the 90 seconds. So I did complete the reps, but I went over my time. So it's up to you if you want to work for 90 seconds, and if you don't finish, you leave it as is. Or if you want to be like me, give it a shot, you can just work until you finish your actual reps. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain to you the very first circuit. So your very first circuit, your 4 exercises. 30 seconds of burpees, followed by rest. You're then going to do 60 seconds of kettlebell swings. I did not have a kettlebell, so I actually just used a weighted 10-kilogram plate, and I stuck my fingers between the holes and I swung it. It was definitely not ideal. I definitely recommend a kettlebell or a dumbbell, but you need to have a wide dumbbell, so when you stick your hands underneath the base or top of the dumbbell, you can actually hold on to it. The ones here are really narrow, and I almost like lost one into a wall yesterday. So I went with a little plate today. So after you do your kettlebell swings, you're then going to move on to your last 2 exercises, and you're going to do 10 snap jumps, and then immediately followed by 10 step-ups, and that's 10 step-ups per leg. So if you have time left over in your 90 seconds, you can go back and do more snap jumps. So now I'm going to show you the actual exercises. Pardon the gym, it is not great at all, but it's good enough to do this. I'll show you the exercises, and then we'll take a little break and I'll explain the second circuit before showing it to you, and do the same thing for the third circuit. All right, ready for circuit number 2. So your 4 exercises for this. Your first exercise, which is going to be 30 seconds, is going to be alternating jump lunges. After your 30 seconds work, you get 10 seconds rest. Your second exercise is going to be mountain climbers. You can choose how you want to do them. If you want to do mountain climbers where your knee is going to the same shoulder, that's great. In the video, I actually did alternating, so you can have a closer look of that. I find that engages my obliques a little bit more. Your last 2 exercises are going to be squats with a press, and I did use that same 10 kilo plate for the press. You can use something else, you can skip the weight entirely, it's totally up to you, and modifying this workout to fit your ability level. And your final exercise is going to be V sit-ups or jackknives. So you're supersetting the squat and press with the V sit-ups, and it's going to be 10 of each of those. If you have time left over and you're not dying in a puddle on the floor, go back and do some more of the very first exercise. All right, so here are the exercises, have a look at them, and then I will show you circuit 3.
You'll get it. Perfect.
All right, guys, your final circuit. Thanks for sticking with me. So your final circuit has 4 exercises. Your first one is going to be, what was it? Oh my goodness. Bench hops. Your first exercise is going to be bench hops. All right, after bench hops, which you're doing for 30 seconds, you get 10 seconds rest. Moving on from there, I used the 10 kilogram plate and I did a deadlift. I know it's not really a heavy deadlift, but I didn't have a bigger plate that I could use. So you're doing a deadlift and stand up and do a shoulder press. You're doing that for 60 seconds followed by 20 seconds rest. And your final 2 exercises, which are just gonna leave you breathless and red and sweaty, are 10 burpees immediately followed by 10 push-ups in 90 seconds. If you've got time left over because you're just that fit, you can go back and start and do some more burpees. Now, at that point, I was literally sweating from every pore. My knees were sweating. I was sliding all over the floor. It was quite a picture of, yeah, it wasn't great. But I did it, and I felt really good after. It's definitely a tough one. I will show you the clips of the exercises right now. And yeah, I hope you actually complete the workout, and please let me know if you do this. Don't forget though, you can also modify things. If something isn't feeling great, don't do it, substitute it. Some things I found, for example, in the past, sometimes mountain climbers don't sit really well with my knees. In that case, I'll take it out and I will sub it for just skipping. You know, high knees and skipping, things like that. So make sure you're challenging yourself, but at the same time, you're not going to injure yourself. So, as promised, your final 4 exercises. All right, so you watched everything. Unfortunately, watching me work out doesn't help you burn any calories. So, get your gym clothes on and it's time to get sweaty. Play it over if you can. I personally find it really helpful to write everything out on a piece of paper so I'm not referring to anything or having to watch anything while I'm doing it. So here we go. Let's go. So you finished watching everything. Now, unfortunately, watching me sweat and kill myself is not actually going to help you burn any calories. So get your gym clothes on and find somewhere where you can sweat it all out. Have a great day, guys.